Hey guys, it's Angela here. I just want to share with you for April some quad goals. Since it's the 4th month, I figured 4 hoops. If you haven't practiced with 4 hoops before, here's your chance to start. I'm just going to give you some of my tips and a couple of quad things throughout the month. I'm not going to commit to a weekly thing or anything like that. I'm just going to drop them as the creativity strikes me. And please feel free to drop in the comments below any quad tips, tricks, forms, practices, drills you are curious about and you would like me to explain a little bit further. So before we get started, I know not everybody has 4 hoops that are the same size, which is usually a good way to start practicing quads. If you don't, that's okay. You can totally do quads with, 4 hoops that are 3/4 inch. I personally prefer the 5/8 because they're just a little easier on my hands. But I know committing to 4 hoops of the same size, if you're not sure if you're gonna like quad practice, is a lot. So my first tip or trick is you can run down to your hardware store and grab 1/2 inch PEX tubing. It is cheap. You can get maybe 25 feet for about $12. That will maybe make you 4, give or take. I don't know the math off the top of my head, but for let's say under $20, you can get your quad set. This is 1/2 inch PEX, and they do actually sell the connectors. I don't think I brought one out here, but when you buy the connectors, they have a nubbin on them. You'll have to file off just like when you make your big hoops, and it just pops together. You can stick a piece of tape around, and for about $2, you have yourself a really nice practice set of quad hoops. I actually made this set for use with my kids because they're almost indestructible. Is Polypro better? Yes, but it's a financial commitment. But this is just a practice to see if you like it. Oh, one last thing, I forgot. I know I told you 5/8, but my diameter that I like to use is 26 inches. So for quad hooping, you can use, I know some people use the minis, like around 18 inches, as small as 18 inches, and maybe as big as 30, 32. So if you have really long arms or you're really tall, a general rule of thumb is about that length, and you should be good to go. I'm going to use the PEX ones just to start, just so you can see that you can use just the regular from the hardware store. Probably cost about $10 to make this whole set of PEX. It's like a clover shape, but from behind. I'm sure there's a technical name for it. I don't know what it is. Anyway, so you take your first hoop on the shoulder, second hoop on the shoulder, kind of like suspenders. Then you put one hoop on top like a hat. Then you're going to make sure you take this arm that's holding the hoop out and up. So now you're holding the last hoop. You're going to turn it around. You're going to stick it behind you. And you're going to take your hands behind you with your thumbs up, your palms facing out. And you're going to grip the 2 hoops underneath the hoop that's the hat. And you're going to make fists, and you're going to push your hands in together. And as you do that, they pop out. So the most important thing is to make sure you keep your fists, but when I do this with my kids, they want to pull their hands out. Make sure you press your fists together and into the small of your back. Push your chest out, arch your back, be loud and proud, and now you're like a clover peacock. And you can add a little flap to that action. Now this does work with the bigger hoops, and just make sure you strut your stuff and smile. I'll be back with more quad tips later this month. Bye.